Welcome everyone to the Galaxy Guide series where I, ChunmanTV, am analyzing the most popular English Riichi Mahjong guides. Guides are linked down below. Those are from 10/2. If you want to contact me, you can mail me or join the Discord. Links down below. Captions are on. The concept in short. We are talking about defense. Mahjong is a 4-player game. You are expected to win around 20 to 23% of the time. Whenever you cannot win, you have useful tools in Riichi Mahjong to defend. It's possible with the furiten rule. Furiten rule says that you cannot win off discard if any of your weights is in your pond. This episode will go deeper into the guides and won't practice exactly how to defend, but rather why and when to defend. Series overview. This video is part of a 20-video Galaxy Guide series split into 5 different categories. It has both theory and practice videos. In future defense videos, we will dive deeper into more advanced techniques and more extensive coverage of the defensive techniques. Contents: what is defending, defending why and when, quick overview of the guides, key points of the guides, safe tiles, furiten explained, defensive techniques, quick recap, exercises, and what to look for in the practice video. What is defending? Defending means giving up your hand and trying to minimize loss, picking the safe style first. Due to the furiten rule, there is a reliable way to defend. As explained earlier, furiten rule states that you cannot win off of other players' discard when one of your winning tiles is in the pond. The tiles in other people's pond are considered kenputsu to that player or a safe tile. Here on the right, there's a Riichi across, and we either have to push the tile or we can defend. And you can look closely, and we will discuss it on the next slide. Okay, moving on to the next slide, defending why and when. Why? In Riichi Mahjong, you have to pay the full hand value when you deal in. Dealing in sets you back a lot. A lot of hands are bad and cannot be won. Defending and waiting for exhaustive draw or lateral movement is worthwhile. When someone is standby or even earlier. If someone shows a big hand. Known as squeezing, choking, in Japanese shibori. Here on the right, the simulation of Nishi shows that the card is 7 of characters. However, if you are pushing into a non-Ipatsu Riichi, you can push a 5 of bamboo here to maintain shapes. Defending why and when. 2. Another condition to play defense relies on your hand strength, often measured in how far your hand is away from a waiting hand. Do you have to know how far your hand is from tempai? No. Just waiting, 1 away, and you can put everything else in the third bucket. There's a quick overview where you can read more about certain topics. If you want to read one guide, I recommend Riichi Mahjong Strategy. RMS is quite extensive. It has all topics. It's a bit outdated, the guide itself, but defense doesn't change. So it's the best one. If you want to go more into statistics, you can go to SMS, Statistical Mahjong Strategy. Instead, there are other resources like a defense trainer linked down in the description. Now we are going to talk about the key concepts of defense in the guides. Japanese Mahjong strategy shortened JPMS. Defend while 2 away or worse, given no safe tiles. And the shape is more important than the hand value when fighting a Riichi. You should play the safest tile first when defending, and defending means giving up your winning chances. So you are basically breaking off your hand with 0 chances of winning. And when you have multiple safe tiles, keep safe tiles against potential chasing opponents. The last one is also mentioned in Riichi Mahjong strategy, RMS. And then it adds here, hold safe tiles in the mid-late game when the hand is bad, and there's no necessity to consider defensive play early on. Riichi Book 1. You should fold when 2 of the 3 conditions are met, given a person is in tempai, 1 away or worse, low scoring hands. Riichi Book 1 puts this at 7,700, which is quite high of a cutoff. I personally would put it probably on 3,900. Or the third one is a good weight. When is someone tempai? Riichi Book 1 has 3 conditions or 3 states to figure out when someone is tempai. It's a Riichi that is guaranteed tempai, and an open hand is ready when it has 3 open sets, a full flush or a half flush, discarding useful tiles in their suits, or the person keeps discarding the same tiles that he or she draws from the wall. And then there is a third option, hidden tempai, but Riichi Book 1 states that there's no need to consider this. Statistical Mahjong strategy SMS. Pushing a safe tile deals in about 4% of the time, while safe tile deal in rate is 0%, so if you don't have to take risk, don't take the risk. Think about the following things as well. You can discard from a pair or triplet to create new safe tiles, but more on this in parts 11, 17 and 18. Safe tiles in Japanese is Kenputsu. In the light on the furiten rule, Kenputsu are 100% safe against that player, so 0% deal in rate. Furiten is a state, it's not same tile specific, it's a hand state, so all weights cannot be one of discards. So it's really important to learn what you're waiting on, because if any of the tiles in your opponent is finishing your hand, you cannot win your hand off of discards. There's a weight trainer down below, and there's a Chinitsu trainer down below as well. Safe tiles furiten. There are 3 types of furiten. There is discard furiten, when the tile is in your opponent that you are waiting on. Then you have temporary furiten. When you decline a win, you are furiten for this turn until you draw a tile. That can happen if you need to win directly off of one person and then for declining to run someone else, or you don't have Raku on one side of your weight and you're forced to skip the win because you don't have Raku. And then you have the permanent furiten, which is when you have a Riichi and you decline a win after Riichi, and then you cannot win off of discard anymore. You have to basically self-draw if you decline the win after Riichi. Look at the following hands. This hand is furiten. It's called discard furiten, but it's kind of also permanent furiten because it's declared Riichi. It's waiting for the 1, 4 and 7 of bamboo, and all tiles discarded by this player cannot be won with run. All tiles means all tiles, including tiles in the calls discarding by this player. If you call run while furiten, it's called a major infraction, and you get a big penalty if you do that. So don't don't go wrong while furiten. Defense technique suji, also known as interval. It defends against open weights, and it denies the painful raku. If you look at the right here, there's a shape 3, 4 of bamboo waiting on the 2 and 5. If the 2 or the 5 is in the discard bond, they don't have the 3, 4 shape. And the same goes for like the 5, 6 of dot shape. If there's 4 or 7 in their bonds, they cannot win off of discard with the 5, 6 shape. There are in total 18 sujis, and it's 1, 4, 4, 7, 2, 5, 5, 8, 3, 6, and 6, 9. And then the logic behind it is when a 4 passes, the 1 and the 7 become safer, because the 2, 3, and the 5, 6 shapes are not longer possible to be wronged. And it also defends against some other shapes, like these, and some more complex shapes, 7 or 8 tau plus shapes, but suji can still deal in. Defense technique suji. Here you see a screenshot and look at the Riichi across and what are the safe tiles and what are the suji tiles. You can pause the video. Okay, we see the 9 of character across is a safe tile. We see a 4 of dot across, which makes a 7 of dot suji, but also it's a 6 of character here, which we just drawn. It's middle suji. It's suji because there is a 3 in the pond and there is a 9 in the pond, eliminating both open weights on the 4, 5 and the 7, 8 of character. Defense technique, no chance. When you see all 4 copies of a tile, the other opponents don't have that tile, eliminating all shapes that use that tile, meaning that tiles behind the wall are safer. It's better than suji, but it's more rare and worse than 100% safe tiles. Look at the following screenshot. There are 2 Riichis, one across, one here on the left. Spot the tiles that are safe against both players. Spot the wall and spot the tiles that are safer because of the wall. Here you see the 1 and the 2 of characters is safe against both players, and there is a wall on the 6 of dot, making the 7 of dot way safer, but we should play the safe tiles first. The 1 and the 2 of character here. Defense technique, 1 chance. And you see 3 out of the 4 copies of a tile. The other opponents are less likely to hold the tile, eliminating most shapes that use a tile, meaning that the tiles behind that tile are safer. But there is a catch. Late 1 chance is more dangerous than early 1 chance, and also more dangerous than non-suji. Defending against raku, When you are dealing in with the terminal, you deny all symbols. If you deal in with the suji Tao, it denies painful. With an offshoot Tao, when someone has made a call, it denies a half flush or a full flush. A value honor most likely gives them 1 extra Han, and the last Tao gives them 1 extra Han as well. How high can the deal-in rate go? Usually the deal-in rate doesn't exceed more than 20% for an individual Tao against one player, so weight reading is very hard, but pushing into multiple opponents will increase the deal-in rate. However, the deal-in rate can increase to 30 to 50% against some close hands and above 50% against some open hands, depending on shape reading. A quick recap for defending. Why? Some hands cannot be won and dealing in is expensive. When someone is waiting and we are still 2 away or worse. How do we defend with safe Taos? You can defend with suji, it will be more discussed in episode 8. No chance and 1 chance, I'll discuss more in episode 9. Some exercises, find the safest style. Here on the left, there is a Riichi. Find the safe Tao, suji Tao, and the rest if applicable. Okay, we have 2 safe Taos, the 1 of characters and the 3 of thoughts here. We have 1 suji Tao in the 3 of bamboo, and there are no walls, so there's no chance, but there are 1 chance Taos. We see 3 copies of the 3 of thoughts, making the 2 of thought 1 chance, and we see 3 copies of the 6 of bamboo. And we see that the 1 of bamboo is safe, making the 4 from bamboo 1 chance on the 5-6 shape, and the 1 of bamboo eliminating the 2-3 bamboo shape. The 4 of bamboo is 1 chance here. We will do the same for the next exercise, find the safest style. You can pause the video, I will go quickly to the next slide. What you can see is that we have a lot of safe Taos here, but there is also a player here on the right, which has a half flush, so we don't want to defend with the dot Taos if we don't have to, so we will break our hand with anything else than the 5 and 6 of dot, which are safe against the Riichi, but they are not safe against the other players. More about defending against multiple opponents in episode 11. And then we are concluding this video with what to look for in the practice video. Basically, when I defend, assessing our hand against potential open hands, and Riichis, holding on to safe Taos, and preemptively breaking the hand. And what Taos are discarding after Riichi, basically how I defend after a Riichi happens. For more extensive defending, I have a push videos coming up as well. I hope you liked it, and any feedback is appreciated, and I will see you in the next episode.